last week we had Melissa Delana of Delana Law on, and we got a lot of our listeners actually contacted us in regards to this new law that has recently passed here in Rhode Island about landlords needing to have the rental units tested by October of 2024 in order to sell these properties. Can you go ahead and shed some light on it? I know there was some questions, some confusion about this, so thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, absolutely. So the last time lead was knowingly used was 1978. However, almost 50 years later at this point, we're still dealing with the after effects, the negative effects of that. What the state is doing is really trying to put an end to it once and for all by requiring lead testing in order to do an eviction. Okay, so if you have a tenant that's in arrears and you want to evict them, you'll need to have an active lead certificate of conformance, it's called. Certificate of conformance, which means that the unit and the property is lead safe. If you don't have that, you can't evict the tenant. So the workaround is you terminate the tenancy, okay, instead of evicting them for the money that they owe you. So there is a workaround for landlords who do not comply, but you'll also be subject to fines, which are to be determined. The fines will be determined at a later time. But ultimately, the majority of properties in Rhode Island have lead-based paint somewhere because they're all older multifamilies. So a lot of these properties are going to fail, and it's going to cost landlords not hundreds and thousands. It's going to cost them tens of thousands in order to comply with the law to potentially evict a tenant. So we're going to be spending so much money. We're going to be replacing doors. We're going to be replacing windows, okay, siding, all of these things in order to get the properties up to snuff, just to be able to have the right to evict somebody for not paying us.
Greg, is that even practical, in your opinion?
Well, I feel that practicality and reality are just not in line at the State House. I feel that these folks that are making these laws don't understand what it's like to own a rental property. They're hearing from the tenants, they're hearing from the lawyers of the tenants, but are they really listening to us landlords? I mean, a turnover from an eviction costs $10,000 just when the tenant leaves. Now you want us to have the property lead safe? Do you know the companies that are going to take advantage of landlords? Oh, this has lead. This has lead. Oh, this has lead. Landlords are going to get hosed. I'm not going to get hosed. Okay. But the smaller landlords that don't have the experience and don't have the network, they're going to get taken advantage of by unscrupulous contractors, in my opinion.